This is Specialized Roubaix SL8 Comp road bike for the 2024 season, and in this episode I will give you the buyer's guide for this bike, and also at the end I will tell you should you just go ahead and buy this bike or should you just consider it. So, hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. As I was saying, this is the latest, greatest Specialized Roubaix SL8 Comp endurance road bike. So first, we can answer the question, who is this bike for? So see, Specialized Roubaix is an absolute legend when it comes to endurance road bikes. So if you are looking for something that's comfortable, that has a bit more relaxed geometry, and it's definitely designed for the long days in the saddle, then definitely you need to consider the Specialized Roubaix bike. As it comes with this model, the retail price is $5,000, which is definitely one of those eye-watering prices and high prices, but we will see when we dive into the specifications of this bike what are you really getting for your hard-earned money. Also, when it comes to paint schemes on this bike, there are two paint schemes on offer. One is this stunning, in my opinion, like a metallic green with a hint of blue, or maybe it is a kind of metallic blue. It's just a stunning and very nice paint scheme. And also, luckily, Specialized is offering another paint scheme, which is this beautiful pearl white paint scheme with a hint of black. So when you consider the retail price of $5,000, I'm really glad that Specialized is offering these two paint schemes to choose from. So now we can dive into the specifications of the bike and really see what are you getting for your hard-earned money. Now we can kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is the carbon fiber Fact 10R carbon fiber frames from Specialized, including the threaded bottom bracket on this carbon fiber frame, 12mm through axles front and the back, and also flat mount disc brakes. When it comes to the fork, again a carbon fiber fork incorporating the Future Shock 3.2 on this bike. Also comes with the 12mm through axles and flat mount disc brakes. So you see, the secret sauce of this bike is definitely this Future Shock 3.2, which is a little shock that sits in the front of the bike at the kind of head tube of the bike. It has a 20mm of movement, so basically your handlebar and the stem can move vertically up to 20mm, so it's definitely going to soak up some of the road bumps, and it is absolutely a stunning solution from Specialized, and everybody who has been using this Future Shock definitely confirms it is a very, very useful solution in this bike. I'm not so sure about servicing this Future Shock, what are the requirements, but this is something you would definitely need to double check with your Specialized bike dealer. How much would it cost to service this Future Shock? But all in all, when you consider the 10R carbon fiber frame, which comes with a lifetime warranty from Specialized, and this Future Shock inside the kind of carbon fiber fork at the front, definitely this is like a superb choice, and I have no complaints here when it comes to the carbon fiber frame and the fork. Now let's look at some of the smaller components on this bike, for example, handlebar and the stem. So the handlebar is a classical aluminum handlebar from Specialized paired with the aluminum stem. And as I said, since they are connected with the Future Shock at the front, they can move 20mm vertically and definitely soaking up a lot of the road bumps. There is no problems that this handlebar and the stem are aluminum pieces. The good thing here is that nothing is proprietary. These are separate pieces, so you can always adjust your position on the bike, and also if you want to upgrade anything in the future, it's going to be very easy to upgrade these parts. When it comes to the saddle, this is the Specialized Body Geometry Power Sport saddle. Personally, I think these Specialized Body Geometry saddles are excellent, but maybe you have some other saddles that you really like, and then it's very easy to replace this one. Also, when it comes to the seat post, luckily Specialized is using their S-Works carbon fiber seat post, which is a must-have on this type of the bike because it's going to soak up so much of the road bumps. Okay, now we can also have a look at the drivetrain on this bike, basically the group set. So here you are getting a Shimano's 105 Di2 electronic group set. So this is a 12-speed electronic group set from Shimano. So the shifters, front mech and the rear mech, everything is the electronic group set. And also with Shimano, the front mech and the shifters are communicating wirelessly. And then you have a cable which is connecting the rear mech and the front mech. But all in, this 12-speed group set from Shimano, absolutely stunning, no problems here. It is gonna work perfectly fine. Just to mention some of the other smaller details here, for example, the crankset. The crankset is the Shimano's 105 crankset, 50-34 chain rings at the front, and it is paired with the Shimano's 105 cassette, 11-36 cassette. So you see this huge range of gears, 11-36 at the back and 50-34 at the front. So first of all, no problems with spending long days in the saddle, and also no problems in attacking any steep mountains. Also, I have to mention here that they didn't cut out any corners on the chain. This is a proper Shimano 105 12-speed chain, and definitely in the future I always recommend you to use any kind of Shimano's 12-speed compatible chains. Also here, when it comes to the bottom bracket, it is Shimano's threaded BSA bottom bracket, which is absolutely superb, easy to service, and your local mechanic will definitely love you. So all in, when it comes to the group set, absolutely no complaints here from me, because it's the kind of proper workhorse of Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set. Now let's talk about the wheels and the tires. This is a bit of the weaker part of this bike, because ultimately they had to save money somewhere. So now when you look at the wheels, you are getting a combination of DT Swiss aluminum rims. These are the G540 aluminum rims, paired with the Specialized sealed cartridge bearing hubs, and also paired with the DT Swiss Champion spokes. This wheel set, front and the back, is tubeless ready, but you will have to provide your own tubeless tape, tubeless valves, tubeless sealant, because as I see here, it comes delivered with the inner tubes. And also the tires that are wrapped here are the S-Works Mondo tires, 32mm width, which is excellent, a lot of air volume and definitely a smooth ride. And also here, what's good, this carbon frame and the fork can accept all the way to 40mm tires. So you have a huge opportunity in the future when you are changing these tires or upgrading the tires to go even wider tires and get even more air volume. As I said, this wheel set as it is, I would expect it to be closer to something like 2000 grams in total. And definitely this is the part in the future where you can easily save some money and upgrade. So for example, you could buy yourself a proper DT Swiss aluminum wheel set with DT Swiss hubs, or you could maybe save a bit more money and go for some kind of carbon fiber wheel set. Again, I would suggest having a look at the full DT Swiss wheels. Now let's look at the braking system on the bike. So you are getting the Shimano's 105 hydraulic disc brakes, both front and the back. These are 160mm braking rotors, both front and the back, and as I see, they didn't cut corners here, because these braking rotors should be the Shimano's RT70 center lock braking rotors. In the future, definitely I advise you to use the 160mm braking rotors from Shimano, for example, just because you want a good heat dissipation and you want a good stopping power. When it comes to the total weight of this bike, in size 56, this bike is going to be 9 kilograms. When you add, pedals on top of it, we can call it about 9.3 kilograms all in, ready to ride, which is perfectly fine in my book, because all these endurance road bikes are definitely closer to 9 kilograms. And if you really want to drop the weight of this bike, you can always, upgrade the wheel set to something much lighter and easily save half a kilogram just on the good pair of wheels. So all in, when you consider the retail price of this bike is $5,000, what would I advise to you? Well, first thing you need to be aware is that when it comes to Specialized, and this Specialized Roubaix SL8 is no difference, you are always paying a bit of a premium because of the Specialized name, Specialized heritage. So it's always very hard to compare this bike with some other brands, for example, direct-to-consumer brands, which can do this type of the bike with this level of the equipment much cheaper. So at $5,000, I would definitely say to you, you need to shortlist this bike if you are in the market for the endurance road bike, because highlights of this bike definitely include superb carbon fiber frame and fork on this bike. Also, the secret sauce of the bike is definitely this future shock in the front of the bike, where you get an extra 20 millimeters of travel, considering your handlebar and the stem. And also, in my opinion, superb Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set, 12-speed group set. When it comes, of course, to the wheel set, as I said, this is an area definitely for an upgrade in the future. So my advice to you is, at $5,000 retail price, you should definitely shortlist this bike. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, keep on watching, keep on liking. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!